Hi there, and thanks for checking out this video. I'm John from TennisCompanion, and today we're talking about 3 different ways to increase or build up your grip size. Before we jump in, I wanted to let you know about a new product I designed, the TennisCompanion Vibration Dampener. Built with a uniquely formulated soft rubber compound, these dampeners will improve your racket's feel and enhance its sound. They feature specialized teeth to prevent them from falling out, thoughtful construction that fits all racket models, and a clean, lightweight design. To check out all the details, just hit the shop link below the video. Playing with the wrong size grip can be frustrating, and in the worst case, lead to painful injury. If your grip is too small, it's worth taking action to increase its size for maximum comfort and performance. Whether you're experiencing pain, have outgrown your racket, accidentally bought the wrong size, or maybe a smaller size was your only option, it's easy enough to make a change, and there's a few ways you can approach the problem. Let's start with a few quick and easy adjustments. The easiest way to increase your grip size is to wrap an overgrip around your racket's handle on top of your existing grip. Overgrips are inexpensive and easy to install. Each adds 1/16 of an inch to your grip for a half size increase and weighs roughly 4 to 8 grams, resulting in a minor change in balance. Adding 2 overgrips will increase your grip by a full size or 1/8 inch, but the combined weight will change your balance by roughly 2 to 4 points, depending on your overgrip's weight, combined with your racket's weight and length. Here's a table you can use to quickly understand how your grip size would change if you added 1 or 2 overgrips. It's also worth mentioning that if you wrap your overgrip tighter, you'll experience less of an increase, while wrapping it looser will result in slightly more of an increase. Furthermore, not all overgrips are the same size. Some are thinner, while others are a bit thicker, with most ranging from 0.4mm to 0.6mm. If you choose to take this path, that's another variable to consider to dial in the right size. As an alternative to using an overgrip, you can replace the stock grip of your racket with a thicker replacement grip. Like overgrips, some replacement grips have more padding than others, so you can increase your grip size by swapping out your existing grip. Here are a handful of replacement grips and their thickness in millimeters. As a starting point, do some quick research online to determine the thickness of your current stock grip. Then track down a new grip that's thicker than your existing grip to ensure an increase in size. Once you have your new grip, simply unpeel your existing grip's finishing tape. Unravel the old grip from your racket. If present, remove the staple attaching the grip to the butt cap. Wrap your new grip, apply finishing tape, and you're good to go. For a more permanent and precise change to your grip size, I recommend a heat shrink sleeve, available in 1/16 of an inch for a half size and 1/8 of an inch for a full size increase. Overall, these work exceptionally well, but take the most effort to install, so we'll walk through those steps together. Before getting started, let's gather a few tools to make the job as easy as possible. Here's what you'll need: a heat shrink sleeve, a heat gun or quality hairdryer that gets super hot, needle nose pliers or a small flathead screwdriver, a box cutter or razor, and a replacement grip, which is optional as you can simply re-wrap your old grip after installing the heat shrink sleeve if you'd like. Once you have all your tools ready, clear some space on a counter or a table near an outlet where you can work freely without distractions. Start by peeling off the finishing tape at the top of your existing grip, then slowly unravel it from your handle. If you plan on reusing your grip, take extra caution when removing it to prevent tearing. When you get to the bottom, if there's a staple, remove it with your pliers or flathead screwdriver. I find the latter easier to use. Once removed, you may find some plastic, tape, or other debris on the handle. Remove these and clean the handle surface before moving on to the next step. Now that your grip is ready, slide the heat shrink sleeve over your racket's butt cap and onto the handle until the top of the sleeve aligns with your racket's paint. There will be some extra heat shrink sleeve at the bottom past the butt cap, which we'll trim off later for a clean look. Next, turn on your heat gun. Then, holding it 3 to 6 inches from the handle, begin to heat the sleeve until it starts to melt. Rotate the racket and slowly move the heat gun up and down the handle to prevent melting through the sleeve or damaging your handle. As the sleeve shrinks, you may need to stop to adjust it up or down so it aligns with the top of your handle. Once realigned, continue heating it from top to bottom until it's tightly formed against the handle. Now that the sleeve has shrunk to the size of your handle, you can trim the excess from below your racket's butt cap. Holding the racket on the top of a table or counter, use your box cutter or razor to trace the outside of your butt cap one bevel at a time, slowly rotating until you make it all the way around. Aim to cut no further than 1/8 of an inch up the butt cap to maintain the increased grip size through the end of the handle. For best results, take care not to allow the razor to come in contact with the face of the butt cap to avoid scratching it. Now that your heat shrink sleeve is fully installed and cut to size, go over it one last time with your heat gun to smooth out any bubbles. Finally, you can re-grip your racket with your old grip or install your new replacement grip over the handle. If your racket is slipping from your hand, you may be tempted to increase your grip size. However, one reason slippage occurs is because the butt cap lacks enough width to maintain a secure grip. To fix the issue, you can remove your stock grip and wrap 1 to 2 inch athletic tape around your butt cap to increase its size. Once it feels good, you can reinstall your grip, and the more prominent butt cap should help to prevent your racket from slipping out of your hand. Butt caps intentionally flare out to provide extra traction and prevent slipping. However, some are more prominent than others, which could be the cause of your slipping, and it's an easy experiment to try to see if it improves your ability to maintain a solid grip. Of course, keep in mind you're adding weight, which will influence your racket's balance. The more you add, the bigger the change. Players eager to increase their grip size will often forget or are unaware of the repercussions of making a change. Although most players will find these trade-offs perfectly acceptable, knowing what you're getting into before spending your time and money never hurts. Racket handles have 8 sides or bevels, which impart a distinct feel in the palm of your hand. However, beyond feel, they also prevent the racket from rotating in your hand by increasing traction, and are helpful guides for quickly finding or switching your grip. When you increase your grip size, you add material to the handle, which rounds out the bevels and makes them less pronounced. As a result, you may find the racket twists or rotates in your hands more easily when coming in contact with the ball, and it may make finding your grip more challenging. On the other hand, some players prefer their bevels a little rounder, allowing them to more comfortably grip the racket's handle on a bevel's edge. As is often the case, it's a personal preference, but it's worth noting before making a change. Another drawback to increasing your grip size is that when you add extra material to build it up, you add weight, subsequently impacting your racket's overall static weight, balance, and swing weight. The more you build up your grip, the greater the change to your racket's specs, influencing its feel and overall performance. For many players, these changes will be insignificant, especially for beginners. However, as a player matures, these changes become significantly more impactful, can throw off a player's game, and shouldn't be taken lightly. Using a single overgrip will have a small impact, adding 4 to 8 grams in weight and changing balance by 1 to 2 points. However, if you add 2 overgrips, that impact becomes more prominent, adding 8 to 16 grams in weight and changing balance by 2 to 4 points. The same goes for adding a replacement grip that's considerably thicker than your stock grip. Using a heat shrink sleeve will generally have the greatest impact, with a full-size sleeve adding roughly 14 to 16 grams in weight and changing balance by 3 to 4 points. Of course, these changes aren't necessarily bad. In fact, you may prefer the updated specs of your racket, but it's worth being aware of how increasing the size of your grip changes your racket's specs and in turn performance. If you like this video, you might enjoy 5 Point Friday, a weekly recap of the 5 most interesting things I dig up in the world of tennis. To sign up, head on over to TennisCompanion and create a free account. As a bonus, you'll receive access to our members-only forum for discussing all things tennis. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.